Hey guys, AK Joel here. I am the Director of Real Estate here at Medellin Living. And today I'm going to jump on and give you guys a little bit of context and updates about the investment market in Medellin. I'm probably going to be the only one who's going to tell you this, and no other real estate agent is even going to mention this, but there's probably no point for many of you investing in Medellin anymore. The market is basically completely changed, and you might have seen videos from influencers or people talking on different social media platforms from 3, 4, 5 years ago, talking about 15, 20% net ROI that they're making on their investments. Let me be the first one to tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, those investments are gone. You are not going to be buying a place now in 2026 and making those kinds of returns. From what I've seen from all the apartments I've sold to investors in the last year, it's more around the 5 to 7% mark. Usually, there's some different exceptions, which mainly are with higher valued properties. A couple of months ago, I sold one to an investor from the US. It was in the Wake building, a very famous building here in Medellin. The rental price is per night is crazy there, and the occupation is super, super high. So after crunching the numbers for him, we found out that buying in that property with an investment of about 500K USD, he would be getting a net ROI of between 10 to 15%. For big purchases like that, it is still possible. But if you have 150K, 200K, even 300K, 350K, these numbers above 10% net ROI are not going to happen. I understand that sometimes there's a needle in a haystack. Someone might find an amazing deal for someone who's desperate to sell, but for the vast majority of you guys, it's never going to happen. The reason for this is that obviously prices have increased a lot. So when we sell apartments, one of the documents we need to get for due diligence is called the Certificado de Tradición y Libertad. This document basically shows you all the past buying and selling of the property. So I can see every property that I'm selling now, what the seller bought it for last time. Looking at the appreciation of these properties, I can see that most places, especially in Poblado and areas of Poblado that are, highly desirable, like near Provenza, all these places have almost doubled in value over the last 5 years. So if you've been dreaming a long time of investing in Medellin, sorry to burst your bubble, but maybe I saved you a lot of time as well, because these returns are not going to happen. Next question that I want to talk about is something I get very, very often from investors as well. And they say, why can't I just put my money in the stock market? Look at it, it's going crazy. I believe last I checked, it was about 20% up per year in the last 5 years since COVID. And, most people know that historically the S&P index, if you don't know anything about stock investing, you just throw it in there, that will get you about 10% every year. On average, if you're a long time buy and hold investor. So most people think that's the safest investment. I need to find something that's more than that to warrant investing in something else. This is a very, very good argument. And if you're the investor who doesn't need money now and just wants to safely put money away and then look at it maybe in 10 years and then make a gain, this is a very good strategy. But those of you who need cash flow, this might be an issue, because yes, you get dividends sometimes on some stocks, but usually it's not that much. So if you're relying on cash flow, I have a lot of investors that say, look, I have 200K. I just want to put my money into an apartment in Medellin and live off of the rental income. You can't do that with stocks, because you're not going to get that rental income every month as cash. You can only realize your gains once you sell the stock. So for example, there have been periods in the stock market where the stock market goes down or the stock market stays flat. Imagine it was, GFC time. You put $100,000 in and that became $60,000. Yes, eventually it's going to go up, but imagine you had some bills to pay. To get that money out, you need to realize your loss and actually lose 40 grand to have cash flow. So this is why some people like investing in real estate, especially Airbnb type of cash flowing real estate, because you can put, say, $200,000 in. Let's assume you get 5% of that as net gains every year. You'll be getting $10,000 as profit every single year. That money you can use and actually spend on stuff while still holding the property. And once the property appreciates, you can sell it and then you can make extra money. Well, how much extra money? Historically, in the more desirable areas of the city, appreciation has been about 6 to 10%. But going back to what I talk about looking at the previous sales values of these sellers, they've had double gains in the last 5 years since COVID. Yes, this is, could be out of the ordinary, and we shouldn't model our strategy on 20% every year. But if you say maybe 10% appreciation, you can be making 10% every year from appreciation and also your 5% every year from cash flow. That's 15%, with possibility of making more depending on if there's more of a boom in Medellin or not. So that 15% has some benefits because that's already equal or more than the stock market. And also you're getting that monthly cash flow every single month to help you live off, help you pay bills, help you do whatever you want. So it really depends what type of investor you are, if investing in Medellin makes sense. But if you're thinking about buying and beating the stock market, making 15, 20%, those days are over. Don't listen to any of these ads or these agents who are like advertising properties on Instagram and telling you buena inversión, great investment. I've done a lot of modeling on things that other agents have given me, and they've told me 8%, 9%, 10%, all these different type of things. But then when I actually go into it, put in all the expenses that I know you have to spend if you manage an Airbnb, put in all the closing costs, all these different things, their 8, 9, 10% goes down to about 5, 6%. Because many times as well, seller's agent has told me, oh, the seller told me that this is 8% interest and here's all his info. He sends me his info. It's like a spreadsheet that he made himself. I'm like, okay, well, this is good, but is it true? We don't know. So when I've gone in and actually asked for the Airbnb reports and then run my own data, his 8, 9% becomes 4, 5%. So there's a lot of due diligence you got to do before buying a property to really understand if it's actually going to make the ROI that the seller's agent, that the seller and all these people promise you. But just to set your expectations, Medellin as you knew it 5 years ago or as you've seen in Instagram or YouTube videos is completely dead. These type of gains not possible anymore. If you are in the market for something that's going to give you cash flow between 5 to 7%, or if you have a big budget of over 500K and you want something more in the 10 to 12% range, this is possible. If that's you, fill out the form linked in our bio. If you're ready to buy inside 30 days, we're ready to help you find the perfect investment.